What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the Unusual Jimmies. We got some good news and we got some bad news. Start off with the bad news. Bad news is Vlogmas has been canceled. Sorry guys. I know. We had to cancel Vlogmas pretty much due to the time schedule and just it's the holidays, like everything's going crazy, like we just don't have time to do that. But the good news is we're still going to be uploading content every week, so that's not going to change. If you're a subscriber watching, thank you for watching our videos, much appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. And with that, let's get started. Alright guys, now if you couldn't tell by the intro or the title text of the video, we're going to be talking about the Kingdom Hearts games and ranking them in S tier list. Now for those who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is an action role-playing game. The first game was created March 8th, 2002 by Tetsuya Nomura. You know, this guy. Lord and Savior. Yeah. But yeah, I first got this game when I was a kid. And as a kid, this game is nothing but pure nostalgia. The thing that drew me into the whole game was just the graphics and how beautiful they were for its time. The story, the characters, of course, because like, it's Disney. Come on. It's Disney and Square-Enix. You got Final Fantasy and Disney. You can't go wrong there. It's such an amazing game. You can't love it, you can't hate it. It's just so nostalgic. You know that feeling you got when you were a kid? You know when the Good Toonami was on and it was all old school and it came on every Saturday morning. You're watching DBZ and everything. Yeah, that's the kind of nostalgia trip I'm talking about. Now we're going to be ranking these games from S all the way to I don't care for the game. Not that I hate it, I just don't care for it. Now, I'm going to be very vague with describing each and every game because I don't want to spoil anything. I will say character's name, of course, because like gotta talk about them, but I'm not going to spoil any story, no Easter eggs, nothing like that. So anybody who's wanting to play can play and not be unscathed by the whole spoiler that they just saw. And for those who actually know what I'm talking about, roll with us. And I don't know how everybody else is doing it, but I'm gonna start the games in order by the history, so I'm sorry if I get it wrong. I'll also be ripping apart 2.8 just because back cover should belong with Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Dark Roads, and 2.8 should stay there because that's Aqua's story. So yeah, on that note, we're gonna begin the tier list. Okay, now the first game that we're gonna explore is Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Dark Roads, which is the prequel to Kingdom Hearts.
I didn't play it, so I don't think it's fair for me to have thoughts about it.
So Union Cross, pretty much, you get to make your own character. It's years before Kingdom Hearts, so you're like playing all this stuff. It's on the mobile for Android and Apple.
Free.
Free.
I lied. I played it. I just didn't care for it. Aladdin's World was too
long.
Yeah.
It's like they made you do a whole bunch of different stuff. Yeah.
So I didn't care for it, but I also didn't beat it.
So with back cover, it's pretty much just exploring like the foretellers that you see in Union Cross as you're doing the playthrough, and it sheds more of a light on them and the Master of Masters, their master, and how everything like in their way of seeing things through their eyes instead of you, the player. So that's what that is. And Dark Roads is following the main villain of Kingdom Hearts, Xehanort. Like she stated about the game, like it wasn't really like the best game I've played. But like honestly, when it comes to thinking about it, like I like Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna play any Kingdom Hearts game. But essentially, this one is just not that game. You know, it's just not that game. Hence is why I'm probably gonna give it a ranking of I don't care, and she's probably gonna do the same. Moving on to the next, Birth by Sleep, where you play as Terra, Ventus, and Aqua.
I liked the game. I thought the graphics are really good for its time, especially for a mobile game. I really liked it, but it's also, what was it, the mini?
Oh, the PSP, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of stumped me because I couldn't get the PSP when I was a kid.
I always stole my older brothers, and I refused to play as Ventus and Vin, because I'm like, in all games, you're always playing as a guy. And normally in female games, and you're a female, it's just like, oh help me pick out clothes. So it was really nice to play as Aqua, where she was like, I don't need no man to save me. I gotta go help my friend. Fuck these guys. So I'm gonna give it an A on the ranking.
Same here. I agree with you. Alright, now to the OG, no remarks, the original Kingdom Hearts. Not even gonna spoil anything. Follows Sora, Donald, Goofy on the whole adventure. It's amazing. Try it out.
Great. Especially for
Not
its
even gonna say
time.
anything
Amazing
about
graphic
it.
for its time.
Automatic S rank.
Mm-hmm. But you can't hate on the OG.
Alright, now we're jumping into Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which is Aqua's side of the story, which takes place during the end of her story in Birth by Sleep, all the way to the original Kingdom Hearts, all the way to the end of it. And it just follows her story and what she does. So the gameplay itself was a little different. Like, it caught me by surprise. So it was just like, oh man, things are really harder and stuff. Yeah. Honestly, with 2.8, I probably would give it like a B rank. Because for some reason it's just, I mean, I like it. It's just like not the ideal
Is it
setup.
really difficult for you?
It wasn't really difficult for me. It was more like just, it was new. They just threw you in there as soon as the game started. Next game on the tier list is Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Originally came out for the Game Boy Advance. That was some fun times, especially when you were sneaking up late, you know, trying not to get caught playing with the SP. Dangerous times. But unfortunately, even though I like Kingdom Hearts, I have to say this is my least favorite Kingdom Hearts game. It takes place immediately after the original Kingdom Hearts. And, yeah, you're fighting with cards. The attack commands are totally different. It's a whole new fighting style. I remember just grinding a lot in that game to build up my decks so, like, I could do whatever I wanted without being affected. Just because I just wasn't really, I'm just admitting it, I wasn't really good at the game. I was not good at the game. It was not my best highlight for Kingdom Hearts. But honestly, I just really don't care about this game. I don't really want to play it. When I have to play it, it's just like, But it's always towards like the middle of the game when you're getting close to beating it. It was like, okay, now this is starting to feel more, okay, now we're going somewhere. Because repeating the same adventure from the first game is not really fun, you know? I mean, different outcomes. Like I said, not going to spoil any story, but different outcomes, but same worlds from the first game.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know.
So I'm going to give it an F.
Alright, now moving down the list. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. You're following the story of Roxas and his trial in the organization and everything, and his adventures.
I feel like it's a good game because you get an inside look on the organization, and you also learn more about the organization members that you probably just run into. It's like, oh, they're just evil because they're
villain.
Good graphics for its time, especially for a DS. But I will say I felt the bosses on the DS was a little too hard for no reason.
Yeah, you definitely had to know what you were doing when you were building up your classes in there.
Because I didn't, because I was like middle school when it came out. So I was like, I don't want to read how to build up my character. I just want to go get stories done. But it took me, I remember this, it took me like 3 weeks. 3 weeks to beat the boss villain in Beauty and the Beast. And that's all I'm going to tell you about that. But I'm going to give it a B.
Alright, next on the tier list is Kingdom Hearts 2.
Nothing wrong to say about it.
I don't have nothing wrong to say about that. Sora's like got more swagger. This is probably the first time, actually when you were a teenager, this is like, it was like Trunks from DBZ. He was the first character I had ever seen with swag. I'm serious. Like, Sora had like this sort of swagger to him. It was 2 Keyblades. It was, oh my gosh. Everything was crazy.
But also, like, before you get to Sora, you actually see Roxas. You actually see them get to be kids for a little bit, and I don't know, I enjoyed that. It's like, yo, that's really cool.
Yeah,
cause they
enjoyed those little moments of Roxas hanging out with the friends while everything slowly turns to shit.
Because it reminds you, it's like, hey, they're kids. These kids are just on summer vacation, trying to like get some monies together to go to the beach or something.
Yep. Doing everything. Just overall, the story's amazing.
Yes.
Honestly, I think like this is probably by far the best Kingdom Hearts game in my personal opinion. Next on the list is Recoded. Now, I have mixed feelings about Recoded. Everybody either does one or two things. They love it or they shit on it severely. And I'm just like in that in between because it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's just not my ideal Kingdom Hearts game. I don't know. It was just weird going into the bug world of everything. And like Sora's data based
Yeah.
now. So it's like I don't know. Just trying to fix the journals. I'm going into too much detail with this, but this recoded is gonna have to be D rank for me. Has to be.
Barely passing.
Next on the list is Kingdom Hearts 3D. Dream Drop Distance.
Oh no.
Dream Drop Distance was like another in-between game, but I actually liked this one just because of the flow motion. Flow motion was amazing in this game. It would let you fly off of things, attack / enemies in different ways. It was really, really cool. It was a different side of Kingdom Hearts and a thicker plot than anything else, which I never expected. So if you really wanted like a plot twist in a Kingdom Hearts game, like play Dream Drop Distance. It's amazing. It's amazing. Haven't you played Dream Drop Distance before?
I played a little bit of it. I didn't care for the falling and fighting all at the same time, just because I get overwhelmed very easily, especially with games. So like if I had like so much going on the screen and they're like, oh, you gotta dodge this while you're falling, and then you gotta fight the bad guy, it gets too much for me. So graphics, loved it, beautiful graphics, but didn't really care for the gameplay. Like, not the story, just how the game played out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. They were huge, though. The places were huge.
Oh, yeah.
To explore. I think Traverse Town was just like... I kind of wish they added more to, like, the remix of the original Traverse Town. Like, made it kind of like how it was in Dream Drop Distance. I actually like Traverse Town in that one. But, out of all the rankings, what would you give Dream Drop Distance? Like your honest
I am
opinion.
honestly stuck between a C and a B. Cause it's not horrible. I don't want to give it a D just cause I didn't care for the game, how it played out. Cause like graphics, storyline, I thought it was pretty good. So I'm still between a C and a B.
Honestly, if it was my personal opinion, I would have to give it a C. The only reason why I would give it a C is just, I don't know. I mean, the only thing that like really drew me into it was like the flow motion of the story. Besides everything else, I mean, I wasn't really into like the boss battles or fights. Wasn't into it. And now we have the great and awaited for supposed game of the year, Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know if it won game of the year. I don't know, but like I just know that this game could have been.
Didn't it?
No.
Didn't it?
No.
I'm gonna Google this real quick. You keep going.
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is just... Kingdom Hearts 3 is like a touchy topic for me because I've waited forever to play this game. And when I finally got it, it was nothing of what I expected. In my honest opinion, like Kingdom Hearts 2 was way far superior than Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought it was supposed to be the game of all games. This was supposed to be like the biggest game. But it wasn't. But this is my honest opinion. You might love Kingdom Hearts 3. I just felt like it was really rushed just because we really, really wanted it. And honestly, that is the problem with that nowadays. Kind of like Cyberpunk. You don't rush a developer and they rush it and throw it out and giving you guys what you want only to say like, you know, oh, well, I don't like it. And it's like, yeah, well, we kind of deserve that because we did kind of rush it. I mean, we've been waiting for this game like forever.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 since I was a teenager, man. I thought I was going to be 30 by the time I saw this game.
You still would have played it though.
I still would have played it. Yeah, of course I would. But the thing is like, when I finally did play it, it's just, the new mechanics, amazing. It's just, I didn't care besides the end, like how the story ended. I just wanted to see how that ended. I didn't want to see anything else. I don't know. It's just, it felt really rushed. And I feel like Tetsuya Nomura could have like done more with that game. And even with the DLC that came out for it, I still had to refight all those enemies just to get to the new cutscenes. So I was really hoping he'd throw in like Olympus Coliseum and like a tournament like and everything in there. I wish he kind of threw in the Coliseum or something for the DLC. I would have loved to have like another tournament because the tournaments are fun in Kingdom Hearts, and it's just they didn't do that. That would have been like the coup de grace of all tournaments. You had an opportunity there and you completely wasted it. Another thing I was gonna add on to what she was saying is like the fighting of Disney villains, which was like a key component which made Kingdom Hearts really magical, is to whoop the ass of your favorite Disney villain, was non-existent in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the closest one...
No, there's only one person that you get to fight that was a Disney villain, and I'm not spoiling that. That's for you to discover.
I was about to.
Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I really wish Kingdom Hearts threw in Princess and the Frog. Cause I felt like
there's a lot of worlds that I wish were in there.
Well,
Can we please get a Treasure Planet world, please?
Oh, in Princess and the Frog, I just feel like if you're fighting those villains like the Shadow Man, it'll be like really cool because he uses voodoo. So it's gonna be dark and like it'll be like Oogie Boogie, but not Oogie Boogie. Oh, that's just me.
Damn, this is like the longest one we've been talking about. We gotta end this. Okay, so in your honest opinion, what rank should Kingdom Hearts 3 take?
Graphics is the only thing holding it up right now. Like, so it doesn't go to fuck it. So I'm like at D or F. Not fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might go to fuck it. It's between D and F for me.
Just because I'm a fan of the series, I'm gonna give it a C. It's really disappointing not to be able to put it as an S tier rank, because like Kingdom Hearts 3 was supposed to be the last and final bang for the whole Kingdom Hearts series, and it's just like those. It was like a dud firecracker. It started off strong, and the fuse just went out, and nothing happened. So that was a little disappointing. I'm not going to talk about Melody of Memories because I haven't played that yet, because I haven't had time to play it. But when I do, I will definitely give a review on it. If you like the video and like what we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We got more content coming along the way. It may be random, still new to this, but we're not going to stop. Until then, we will see you later. Peace.